なかなかダークな感じのゲームですね。そう、このゲームのアンバサダーになったつもりはないんですが、ちょっと待ってね。ツイッターの告知がうまくいってるかどうか。あ、言ってますね。やりますか。この、なんていうのかな。結構私、謎解きゲームの才能があるように思えるので、いろいろね、やっていこうかと思ってます。キルルルン。ちょこっとだけやったんですよね。タングルタワー。昼下がり。寒いから言ってよ。湖の端っこ。
You ready, Sally?
Sorry?
Brimore, I've been standing here for 7.5 minutes.
7分半も経っている。
Just checking.
Do you have the map?
Yeah, but it's basically blank. Did you read the case file? What do you think?
I'm not sure yet. It's really not a lot to go on. Did you read it?
Yeah, I'll read it on the way to the crime scene.
途中で読んださ。事件ファイル。殺人事件被害者。レイヤー・フェロー。フローラ・フェロー、44歳の肖像画を描いている途中で死亡。場所、フローラの塔。フローラは肖像画のためのポーズをとっていたため、その場にいた。レイヤー・フェローは仰向けの状態で見つかり、胸に一つの刺し傷があった。事件現場では凶器は見つかっていないが、プレイヤーの未完成の絵画に描かれている被写体はナイフを持っている。このナイフの先についている赤色は絵の具ではない。それは血であることが判明した。ほう。これはタングルタワー。紙切れに書いてある小さな絵。後ろにはメモが書いてある。現在はタングルタワーと呼ばれているが、それは実は邸宅によってつながっている2つの塔のことを示している。これ。そこは丸い湖に囲まれている。その水は水らしい色が入り混じった色だ。この湖は薄い真っ青な崖によって囲まれている。それは急でなだらかすぎるため登ることはできない。タングルタワーは現在、ヘロー家とポインター家の家となっている。2つの家の2つ。OK。
So, who do you think did it?
Sally, you know full well we haven't met a single suspect yet. We haven't even been to the crime scene.
Still, I reckon I've got it all worked out.
できたと思う。おう。
It's a bird bath. Is that just rainwater? Looks a little weird.
The birds seem to like it.
They're even singing a little tune.
Please don't do that. It's a garden, I think. It's currently far away.
We could walk closer to it.
Ready when you are.
このワンステージだけやったんですよね。この下りしか見てなくて、あとはもう道。移動か？
What animal is that?
Hawk, bear, lizard.
Lizard.
Right, of course. A hawk bear lizard.
あ、俺、そういえば、これめちゃんとテストしてない。
読書ボワードマン、棒読みちゃんテスト。読書、特技、棒読みちゃんテスト。
ワシクマトカゲ。Come on.
It's a stone carving. Wonder how it got cracked.
I think it's supposed to look like that. It's an egg.
Egg.
It's a bandstand.
Bit small for a bandstand.
It's a one-man bandstand.
Bandstand.
It's a statue of some hideous, scaly, bipedal fish monster.
Playing a harp.
Playing a harp. Hang on a second.
よく見て。
This
これまだヒント
isn't
ないよな。
just a regular statue, is it?
Something tells me we're not gonna solve this just yet.
この文節は移動させることができます。でも、それに何の目的があるのか。よくわからん。いやー、これはもう無理だな。
Looks like he's playing a semi-grand pedal harp.
You're some kind of harp expert, Sally.
Did you not know? I had a harp when I was a kid. A little handheld one, only 8 strings.
小さな手持ちのもの。弦を8
Liar.
It's the truth, I swear.
本。違うわ。わからん。これ無理だ。これ×。
Let's come back later.
Come back later.
It must do something.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
ハープの彫像。これで見られるってこと？これ？あ、このマークか。ハープの彫像。はい。これは？
Spooky.
スプーキー。
What do you think it's for?
I think it's to scare away detectives.
Is it working?
No.
な
It's
んか
full of the
紫っ
same
ぽい
weird
水、
water that
も
was
や
in
な
the
のこれ。
lake.
変な水と同じものがいっぱい入っている。
Any fish in there?
Not a single one. Although there is something in there.
It's a cassette tape. Or it used to be.
カセットテープ。汚いな。カセットテープは水により破損。ラベルのインクはぼやけており、判読することはできない。あとなんかめぼしいもんある
It's a path through the garden. Leads up to the house, I assume.
けど。家の方に行こうか。これ行ける。ああ、これだ。タングルトゥエア。トゥ
Oh,
オ。お
What?
oh. There's an O on the floor.
あ、これ落ちてんのか。地面に。
Oh yeah. Tangle Tower.
トゥエ
アジポン、アジポン。明け
明けおめ
おめ、また来年もよろしくお願いします。良いお年を。
また来年もよろしくお願いしますね。
What?
Oh, there's
Oh
an
yeah. Tangle.
tower.
これなんだ、手紙
Is
か。
that an envelope?
エンベロ
It's been opened, but the letter's still
ー
in
プ。
there.
開けられている。
Let's read it.
Isn't that an invasion of someone's privacy?
プライバシー。
No, definitely.
開かれてる手紙。その封
誰も
筒は
今年ももう終わり
終わりです
ですね。
ね。もう終わりか。早かったね。その暗号は別の紙に書かれている。暗唱したら破壊しよう。君の理由には賛同できない。そこでは見つからないだろう。何のこと言ってるのかわからん。
Do you think he'll start to move if we try to go inside?
No, I think he'll just silently judge us.
綺麗に。
Looks like someone tried to chop it down, but then gave up.
Can you blame them?
ベル。
Should we ring the doorbell?
Why would we not? It's a little melody.
メロディーこのベルってメロディーが鳴るようになってるのか。そんなこと可能なのか。
Don't think it's locked.
Oh, that means we can just walk straight in, right?
I'm pretty sure that's the rule, yeah.
そういうルールになるのよね。
Let's head to the crime scene first.
クライムシーン、
It's at the top of the West Tower, I think.
ウエストタワー、一番大砲。ケースかな
What is that?
I think it's a family tree.
フィオナフェロ F がかぶってる。タバコの充電切れた。フレイヤ・フェロー。この人が死んだ人だっけ？ダミアン・ダスクと フェリシア・フェロの子供。フィオナ・フェロ。ポッピー・ポインター。一番下が一番子供ってことだね。よくわからん。水槽。
It's a big glass tube filled with.
There are weeds in there.
It's an
And
aquarium?
could be, except there
中
are
には
more.
ない。P がポインターの
This one has a big P.
That's probably important.
How very P
で、
septic.
フレイ
A
ヤ。
big letter F.
Of
フェロ
course.
ウの F か。
Who doesn't hang a giant banner of their initial in the lobby of their mansion?
本当
It's not locked.
鍵がかかってない。
A door.
Oh, what's behind it?
A room.
こういうやりとり結構好きなんですよ。
Stairs.
海外のやりとりというか。
Let's head to the crime scene first. It's at the top of the west tower, I think.
左側ってことこれ
Let's head to the crime scene first. It's at the top of the west tower, I think.
もっと上がある。あ、これかあ、これか。この部屋ですね。お、もう人いるじゃん。
Let's take a look at that painting first.
絵を見て。
There it is.
これだ。
The unfinished portrait of Flora Fellow.
So, what? Freya was killed halfway through painting it.
Looks that way.
描かれた肖像画。フレイヤはその絵画を完成させることができなかった。その途中に死んだからだ。フローラはナイフを使っているように見える。その塚についている赤い物質は、実は血であることが分かった。これが血ってこと
I wonder if all of Freya's paintings are this creepy.
気味が悪い。
Maybe it's just because she never got to finish it.
There's something wrong with the crime scene. And something really
本
weird about the
本
murder
人の
weapon.
前で気味が悪い
We
って言
didn't
って大丈夫
find
な
a
の
murder weapon.
凶器は見つからなかった。なんだこれ。わ、次の中に隠された。わ、次のものを殺すために使われた。完全にまみれてる。あ、そういうことか。フレイヤーに対する殺害方法に非常に奇妙な点がある。絵が主語になるよ。絵は次のものがついているナイフを持っている。血。だが、犯行現場から取り去られた。肖像画は血がついたナイフを持っている。だけど、犯行現場から取り去られた。
Flora's portrait is holding a knife tipped with blood, but it was removed from the scene. Almost. Maybe just change one thing.
ニアピン。けど今の話の中で、なんか血がついてるって話だよ。ここは合ってる。ここそれを盗んでいた。これは刺した。絵が刺した。違う。食べるよ。絵がそこに置いて。塗ってる人が血を置いた？これ翻訳の間違いか。
Flora's portrait is holding a knife tipped with blood because Freya put it there. Almost. Maybe just change one thing.
違うの？ここ変えたときに1個だけ変えようって言ってるから。やっぱここだよ。これ最初のやつか。これとこれやって。絵が刺して。
Flora's portrait is holding a knife tipped with blood because it stabbed Freya.
What?
What?
Weird, huh?
You think Freya was stabbed
絵画
by
によ
a
って刺され
painting?
た。
Not by the woman from the painting, but by the painting itself.
Mm-hmm. Freya was standing right up by the canvas when she was killed. There's blood on the knife. It's the murder weapon.
Murder
Right.
weapon.
But it's not actually a knife. It can't stab.
See any other knives around here? Case closed.
The case is
Case
not closed.
closed.
And even if you
これが
were
事件
right,
解決
where does that leave us?
英語なんですか
A painting can't be a murder suspect.
終わり？未完成の絵。継続する。殺害現場を見ていますか？
The outline of Freya Fellow. Looks like she fell onto her back.
背中から倒れてる。
There's a single patch of blood, right in the middle.
敵？
No real signs of a struggle.
That's weird.
What?
Her feet were right up by the canvas.
キャンバスの前に立っていたのに前から刺されたの。
So?
So?
So she was probably standing really close to the canvas when she fell.
うん。そのはずですね。
Let's check the case file again.
仰向けの状態で倒れて胸に刺し切る。ナイフを持っている。まあ仰向けの状態っていうのを見ろってことなんだろうな。え？
Supposedly, Freya was working on the painting when she was killed. Looks like she was still holding her paintbrush and palette when she fell.
Didn't even get a chance to clean her brush.
赤い絵の具を使ってるってこと？真ん中には一番大きな黒の塊。乾いた赤の絵の具がこびりついてる。これ絵の具なんですか？詩っていう話ではない。クリックできない。ほう。わからん。もうなんかわからんのがどんどん積み重なっていくな。なんだ？
Freya's painting supplies.
ひびが入っている。小さなガラスの入れ物に入っている。赤、黄、青、黒と白。このガラスの入れ物は片方に亀裂が入っている。これは？
Freya's painting supplies.
同じじゃん。気になるね。これか？
Is that a gramophone?
I think so. Except it's got a tape deck instead of a turntable.
It's also got a big crack down the middle.
ビッグクラック。これはレコードの代わりにカセットテープを再生する。それは部屋の中心に向いている。それには本からテープデッキにかけて目立つ亀裂が入っている。
What about the cassette tape?
Yeah, it sure is. Pink.
トゥーフレイヤー。ラベルには手書きのメッセージ。
Do you think it still works?
The gramophone? Yeah, we could give it a go.
試す。あ、これも聞けるのか。はい。まだ使うことができます。普通の曲か。
It's piano music.
これはピアノの音楽を録音したもの。停止する前に少しの間音楽が流れる。停止する前にどういうことだ？止まった？あ、ちょっと停止してるのか。わからん。あ？最後なんかグロかったね。なんだろう。こっち聞いてる。 環境音か。鳥の鳴き声とか入ってる。不気味だな。
Weird.
It's someone humming a tune.
これは誰かが外を歩いている時の録音。歪んだ鼻歌のメロディーが聞こえる。なんかダークな感じがしますね。ちょっと不安になってきた。
Half the room is a big open window.
I don't know if you can call it an open. It's more like the sudden absence of wall.
関係なく。
Flora, fellow?
おお、なんか結構綺麗ですね、このゲーム。
Hey, sorry to barge in.
絵柄も
I'm sure
好み
you're
だし。
still in some distress.
We need to ask you a few questions, I'm afraid.
Did you witness the murder, Flora?
Nothing. What do we do?
Not sure. She's entitled to her silence, I suppose.
黙秘権。
For now.
こいつ殺してんの？俺もこいつだし、遭遇。
Flora, fellow?
これさっきと同じ話？
Hey, sorry. I'm sure you're still in.
We need to ask you.
Did you witness?
Nothing. What do we do?
Not sure. She's entitled.
同じ話だな。自分自身。
Is there anything you'd like to tell us, Flora? I don't really know anything about you at all.
I think that's the way she likes it. We'll just have to ask other people about her.
Yeah, okay.
何も答えない。
Freya was painting your portrait yesterday. Is that right?
何こい
Was
つ？
this something you had planned with her ahead of time?
Was there something special about yesterday?
Did you talk to Freya at all while she was painting you?
She's not going to answer us, is she?
Nope. But at least we can say we tried.
昨日声明？
Flora, you were definitely in the room at the time of the murder. Surely you must have seen something? Can you tell me anything about what happened to Freya?
ラレボー、サリーは暗算型だね。
She's acting pretty suspicious if you
ちょっと
ask
そ
me.
こがね、好きなポイントでもあります。
Maybe she really doesn't know anything.
How is that possible?
これ何これ？
Anything we should know? Any hobbies?
趣味。
Besides staring out the window?
これは何型なんですか？
Were you close with Freya? How are you two
みん
related?
なキリン型ですか？
Did you kill Freya?
Grimoire!
What? I don't even think she's listening.
Oh, she's listening.
ラレボー、キリン型という人は安易。
はい。じゃあ何型なんだよ。言ってみろよ。
There it is, the unfinished portrait.
So, what? Freya was killed.
Looks that way.
これどっちなの？これ気になるんだよな、これ。
Is that an egg? An egg with bird feet.
It's also covered in gemstones.
ジェームスタンス。
What a completely ordinary
ラレ
object.
ボー、何でもかんでも人を型に当てはめてはならない。
そうか。失礼しました。しかし、
ラレボー、
I think
人
it's
は
a
もっと
container
自
for
由なもの
something.
なのだか
は
ら。
い。はい。すいません。おっしゃる通りです。
Those gems look like they come
来
off.
たぞ、パズルが。何？宝石の位置を入れ替えてください。卵を回転させて、後ろにある手がかりを見ましょう。何これ？
Nope.
Nope.
Did you check the clue on the back of the egg? I'm pretty sure it explains where to put each of the gemstones.
ほうほうほうほう。え？ 落ちたんだけど。なんでや。ちょっと待って、なんだもしかして、これセーブされてる勝手に。
誰もクリアできないからって落とさないで、しょぼーん。
なんか音も大きくなってる。これどこまでやったんだ？これ見ればわかる。あ、オートセーブか、これ。レミングトン伯爵父。リチャード・レミントン。プリムローズ・ポインター妹。レイヤー。これ家系図みたいなの。これはフェリシア・フェロー、ダミアン・ダスク。はてなはてな。関係性みたいな図が見えるってことか。どうやって殺されたのか。ああ、オートセーブだ。やったで、卵の裏の何と何がつながってるかでやれってことか。時計回りに合わせていきますか。紫と黄色を合わせて、紫と黄色、緑と赤。これ緑、これ。こうあって、紫と青。紫にして、青にするか。ピンクとピンク。ここまでやったな。どうしようか。青と赤。あれここやったやつだな。青と赤。これ合ってるのか。青と紫、これやったやつ。紫と黄色。緑と黄色。緑と黄色。合ってるな。ピンクとピンク。
誰も線の形は関係ないの？
線の形？あ、なんかありそう。これとこれ形同じじゃね？あるな、これは。どっちが裏だっけ？こっちが裏か。
It's some kind of clue about where to put the gemstones.
線の形関係ありますね。危ねえ。もう少しで恥かくところ。この緑の長いのと赤の短い。緑の長い。これか。こうだ。で、これ OK。グイーンって太いのの短い紫、長い青。これか。これで OK か。これはコン。これがピンク。これか。あるな。対応してる。
誰もイージーモードある？大丈夫？
大丈夫。どうせ気づいたから。遅かれ早かれ。長いのが赤。短いのが青。これだ。ここまででしょ？これもやってやる。ふねんとした短いのが緑で、長いのが黄色。ふねん、これか。短いのが緑で、長いのが黄色。で、ピンク。で、コンの短いのが紫で、長いのが黄色。短いのが、こうか。これで OK？ ならないけど。これか。
No, that was it.
Nice work.
Nice work. ほら、
Did it unlock?
ノーヒン
What's
ト。
in there?
Nothing.
ナス
anything?
Well, I'm not leaving without a clue. An empty egg's a clue, right?
空の卵。解錠するとその卵を開くことができる。現在中身は空。その卵の裏地は柔らかく、ビロード状の素材。その卵は真鍮でできているスタンドで支えられている。それには尖った爪がついた3本の奇妙な足。終わり？あと見れる？この辺で。
A bunch of old books, covered in dust now, but they look well read.
Half the room is
I don't know if you can call it more like the sudden absence of wall.
あ、これなんかさっきチェック入ってなかったよな。なんかチェック入ってんだけど。これ何これ？あ、
Flora, this is
これについて聞くの
your
か。
egg? Why do you
Your
keep
egg?
locked?
Is there supposed to be something in there? Or is it always empty?
もうなんか逆転裁判ちょっと言ったけど、物を突き出していく感じか。
Did you ask Freya to paint this? Or was it her idea?
What is that you're holding in the painting, Flora?
これは何ですか？
Some people have been saying it's a knife.
うん。手紙。虫か。ここも虫。はい。あ、サクサク進んでいきますね。事件ファイルなんて見せていいのか？はい。総当たりでいきましょう。
Is this your gramophone?
Do you know why it's cracked?
どうにもならんぞ。全部見せたってことだな。チェック入ってるってことだ。
Were you close with Freya? How are you two related? Did you kill Freya?
Grimoire!
What?
この話もしたな。どうすんの？この鍵を開けないといけないのか。あとなんか手持ちの道具で。なんだこのテクテクマークは。あ、どこにいるかが。ローラについて何か怪しい点はあるか。もう怪しいところしかないだろ。こいつが犯人じゃん。この人にはテクテクマークついてないのか。死んでるからな。どっか別のところ行けたりする？行っていい？あ、行ける。お、誰かいる。
Sir?
Sir?
Can you hear me? I'm Private Detective Grimoire. I have some questions for you.
Grimoire. Good mysterious name. I'd rather like it. Felix Fellow at your beck and call.
こいつのフェロー。
And, this is my colleague, Sally.
Yeah, that's a perfectly good name as
お
well.
ー、名前から褒めていくと
If you would,
やります
Mr.
ね。
Fellow, we really need to ask you about the murder.
I must say I'm rather jealous of you two.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
Out here solving mysteries, exploring new places, uncovering secret rooms, hidden treasures. That's what life is all about.
Secret rooms?
Generally speaking, you know,
シ
that
ー
sort
クレッ
of
トルー
thing.
ム。あ、なんかここにもシークレットルームありそうです。自分自身。
So, Felix, what exactly do you, do?
Is it not obvious? I'm an
探検家。
explorer slash treasure hunter. Yes, well, best in the world.
We're talking like curse statues, spike pits.
It's a little more sophisticated than that. But I've certainly seen my share of danger, if that's what you're asking.
And, if I may
この
ask,
退職組なのか。
when did you retire?
You listen here. I may be between
冒険と冒
ventures
険の合
right
間。
now, but it's simply not in my nature to stay in one place for too long. I go wherever the winds of destiny take me.
Don't you live here with your wife and daughter?
Yes, well, the fellow family has certain
一定の絆。
and with Flora the way she is,
Nothing wrong with raising a family, Mr. Fellow.
don't misunderstand me. Fiona and Flora are my entire world. They are the greatest treasure of all.
Uh-huh.
昨日
Why on earth would you want to know about that?
The murder of Freya Fellow. The reason we're here?
Ah, right. Nasty business. Very unfortunate. I regret that I can't be of any help. But I wish you
あ、何も話さないな、
best
こい
in
つ。
your investigation.
昨日
You're
何
at
したんだ？
Grimoire? We're done here. Let's go.
It's a simple question, Felix. I'm sure you're up to it.
Well, there's not much to tell. Mostly, I was in my room by
原
myself,
光録、昨
working
日
on
ボコられた配信者です。しょぼ
working
ん。
on a project.
あげました、おめでと
Your
う。
room is quite close to Flora's tower. You didn't hear anything
おか
unusual?
げで私は気持ちよくなりました。
qualifies as unusual?
What have you got?
生命
It was dusk. A feeling lingered in the air. Malevolent,
感情が
perhaps. Uncertain.
周り黒いな。
Abridged version, please.
要約したバージョン。
Fine. I heard someone heading down the stairs. Just outside my
原光録、
The
おめでとう
footsteps
じゃないか。
calm, orderly. So I thought nothing of it. Shortly afterward, I heard a second set of
2番目の
footsteps
足音が。
going the same way. This time I could tell just from the sound that something was wrong. So I looked out into the
お
hallway.
お、見てるんだ。
I got a glimpse of
Poppy.
Poppy disappearing down the staircase to the floor below. Didn't know what to make of it, to be honest. I thought perhaps she'd had a disagreement
Fitz.
with Fitz, as I know those two are close. So I looked into his room, just in case, but it was empty, as was the garden beyond his window. Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope.
Penelope.
She was heading up
Penelope.
the tower to find Professor Pointer, so I escorted her. We went into Flora's room. Poor Freya was
あ、っ
laying
てことは
on
こい
the
つ第一発見者なのこの二
Fiona,
人が。
Poppy, Fitz,
あ、まだいるの
and
か。
Pointer were there
あ、
already.
いっぱいいるじゃん。
Flora too, of course. Soon enough, everyone else made their excuses and left.
Including you?
Not I. I stayed. Flora needed me.
ほ
You're the one currently basking in his presence. You tell me.
Let's move on.
Dearest Flora, a remarkable
こいつらが夫婦の関係なのか。
Been married over 20 years now.
You two still get on?
まだ仲がいいんですか
What a
Of
question.
course.
She hasn't gone quiet on you.
It's true she has an independent streak. Had it her whole life.
孤立する。
She's the youngest of three. Always something of a lone wolf, you know? Just the way she is.
ピキオオカミ。
Lone wolf is putting it lightly. She doesn't seem to want to talk to anyone.
She just likes time to herself, away from the company of other humans.
Other humans?
Well, yes, other people, you know.
これは
Uncommonly
並
skilled
外れたスキルを持ったアー
But
ティスト。
Freya was so much more than her talent. She helped me get started with my own painting, you know. It taught me what she knew about wood carving, too. Tremendous patience. She was ever so good with dear Flora.
Freya and Flora were close?
Oh, yes, especially after...
あの後、なんか一悶着あったんですかね。
How are you related to Freya?
Somewhat distantly, as it happens.
Shinseki.
My father, Lord Fellow, was her grandfather. Technically, that makes her a fellow. Let's just say there was some discussion over whether she ought to carry the name at all. There's a family tree in the Grand Hall. You should take a
ああ、
look
見た
at
やつですね。
What about her inheritance?
Freya's parents died when she was around 3 years old.
Oh.
She came to live here shortly afterwards.
nobody left her a thing?
I'm afraid not. She had no formal claim over anything at Tangle Tower.
ほうほう。何も相続してない。
Charming, isn't it?
Charming.
Built by the Remington family originally. Dear Flora's father and his associates.
But now it's owned by you? By the Fellow family?
The Fellows and the Pointers have both come to claim a certain degree of ownership.
And who
結構
named it
複
Tangle
雑なんで
Tower?
すね。
Flora chose the name.
What does it mean?
I think it was her intention that it mean nothing at
何の
all.
意味もないというのが
Something of a fresh start.
From what?
This really isn't for me to say, but she had some kind of disagreement with her siblings. After they moved away, Flora changed the name of the house. I think perhaps she hoped it would make them feel unwelcome, is less likely to come back.
That's kind of extreme.
Yes, it is rather, isn't it? What's this?
It's my case file. It's how I know what I'm supposed to be doing.
You mean to say you're bound by the limits of what's written in this little
Well, that's
document?
it, sorry.
Sounds dreadful.
I found it comforting.
Rather ugly, isn't it, as far as statues go? Years of wind and rain have not been kind to it either.
Do you know what it is? The creature, I mean.
It's connected to the Remington family
Monica Honke
history in
one.
some way, but I can't recall.
思い出すことができない。
That looks like it might belong to
Poppy.
Poppy. I'm as confused as you are. It would have been a beautiful painting. It's rather a shame Freya was unable to finish it.
Nothing about it seems strange to you.
Well, all these modern paintings are slightly strange, aren't they? The emotion of the piece taking over from, say,
身体
anatomical
構造上の
accuracy.
精密性を奪い取ってい
What
る。
about the knife in Flora's hand?
A knife? That's what you see?
You don't?
Well, as I was saying, Freya's artistic approach distorts certain shapes. Hard to say exactly what we're looking at.
ナイフに見えないのかなんか別のものってことなのかな
It's unlike her to leave paint on the brush.
I think we'll give her a pass, given the circumstances.
Ah, yes. So we shall. Looks like Freya's paints.
Do you know why the pots are cracked down one side?
No, that's very odd. They're normally in excellent
あ
condition.
あ、そうなんだ。
You
っ
seem
て
pretty
こと
sure
は
about
事
that.
件の時に亀裂が入った
Flora's quite fond of that old thing. It's in poor shape, though.
Do you know what happened to it?
Can't say I do. But that looks like it might belong to Poppy.
これもポッピー。これもポッピー、これもポッピー。ポッピーがフライヤーに送った。
Does Flora normally keep something in here?
She must do, but I admit I've never managed to work out what.
Why not just ask her?
I feel like if somebody keeps something locked away in a ceramic egg, it's because they don't want to be asked about it.
Rules to live by.
全部見せたな。これも聞いたし。ここがダメなのか、まだ。何これかわいいね、これ。
Puffer fish?
Yes, it's also a lamp, for some reason.
スノブ
It's a
レ
drinking horn.
これ飲み物飲む用なん
Is
だ
it。full of ale? Or mead, maybe?
Right now, it's just full of dust.
Oh.
これは
A little hand-painted statue.
How can you tell it's hand painted?
Well, the paints are right there on the desk. Also, I mean, no offense, but you can just tell.
これは亀裂が入ってないな。何男が剣を持っている木製の彫刻。このモデルは手書きされているが、その絵画は芸術のあるものによって描かれたものではない。黄、青、黒、白。これ見せることができるってこと？さっきなんか。
I've been carving for a couple of
ああ、こいつの
years
彫刻だ。
now. I was hopeless when I started, but It didn't take me long to master
習得する。
it.
習得したらしいですね。
Do you paint them yourself too?
I do indeed. Yes. Freya
Oh,
kindly
Freyaが
taught
教えてくれ
me
た。
basics. Nowadays, I can make just about anything I can imagine. Of course, this particular model is a self-portrait based
完全たる事実を元にした自画像。
Hard fact, huh? So, you own a sword, Felix?
Of course, I own a great many. But my weapons are stored well away
ほ
from
うほ
Tangle
う。
Tower.
剣が保管してある。
Safety first and all
セーフティ
that.
ーファースト。安全第一。これなんだろうな。
Nice. A real treasure chest.
How do you know there's treasure in there?
Why else would it be locked? Plus, there's a treasure map hanging directly above it.
お、これもパズルか。え？
What's the deal with that painting on the front?
この手前目は何かしら。
Not sure. We should check that treasure map too.
何？宝の地図を使って宝箱の南京錠の暗証番号を突き止める。バッテンがあって、この蛇みたいなのがいて山がある。で遠くに草が生える。ここじゃねここ。こっから見てるやつでしょ。こっからこっちを見てる絵だと思うんだけど。他のバッテンの立ち位置からだとそういう絵にならんよ。I4？ 何この N って。方角か。I4。
Nothing.
Did you check the treasure map for clues?
は？
And what about that painting on the chest itself?
愛だよ。いや、ここもあり、違う。I4で上見てる。なんで？何？これの向きとかも意味ある？もしかして。ないよな。N。
Still locked.
I think there's a connection between the painting, like they're different versions of the same thing, maybe?
That was.
The padlock has 3 different inputs. A letter, a number, and a compass direction. It's just a grid reference
ザ
to
レ
the
ボー
map.、
気が遠い。
木が遠い。あ、けどここでもあり得るのか？違うな。けど左に生き物がいて右に岩がある。左、ちょっとしらみつぶしていきますか。ここはありえないよね。あ、ここはあり得るのか。あ、違う。
ザレボー、お得意のしらみつぶしですね。
うせえな。わかりにくいんだよ。問題自体が。木が左に獣が。ここ？
ザレボー、岩が若干奥ですね。
あ、岩がちょっと遠いのか。左近くに、あ、確かに遠近感が違う。こうの順番に近いな。左に馬がある。
ザレボー、6班あたりかな？
これ？あ！H6 ダブルか。もう言わないでよ。いや、俺がクリアするんだったけどな。これだろ。
That's done it.
Neat.
ミート。いやー、楽勝でしたね。
More wooden models. These are a little different to the one on the desk.
机にあるものとは少し違う。 緑の髪の子供にいたモデル。白髪の女性にいたモデル。
ラレボー、6勝3には簡
あ
単すぎ
そう
るので書い
ですね
ておきました。
分かってるならいいですよ。緑の髪の子供。これ緑の髪なの？こっち？白髪の女性。これ、キリンみたいな人ですね。赤と白の鳥にいたもの。
ラレボー、疲れる、しょぼーん。
肩幅の広い男性にいたもの。手書きされている。芸術家が描いたものではない。そのフレームには乾いた赤の絵の具がついている。これ見せつけるか。なんだこれは。
Ah, you found it. What do you think, huh? I had to rush the final touches a little bit. It turned out all right, though.
What's it supposed to be?
It's Flora, of course, surrounded by all her favorite people.
Favorite people. あとなんか
Shelf junk.
ジャンク。
That's a massive. Do you think this
I hope so. It's a magic lamp. Can we summon the genie?
If we get really stuck, sure.
もう見る。
A map with a dot.
That's a very boring way to describe a treasure map.
あ、結構このゲーム面白いな。なんかところどころにパズルがあって面白いですね。もう見るところ見たかな。次行こう。キリンとおっちゃんとこれ鍵がかかってる。
Locked.
けどここの部屋に入ってってなんかポッピーと一緒にどうこうとか言ってたよな。あ、これでも動くんだ。得意のしらみつぶしていきますか。パフレイヤーの部屋。なんだこれ。
That painting is really something.
Why would you want it looming over your bed like that?
Maybe Frey enjoyed the atmosphere it creates.
The atmosphere of chaos
カ
and
オスと
oppression.
圧力の雰囲
Hang on. There's a smaller version down by the floor.
It's a photograph.
気。フォトグラフ。粘着テープの一部がついている。その縁には黒のインクで線が引かれている。
Do you think this was always?
I don't know.
No windows either.
これなんだこれ。
It's a little wooden box for paintbrushes.
ああ、筆
To the
筆箱
casual
か。
observer,
お、
maybe.
来た来た来た来た。またパズル来たよ。え、
They're not real paintbrushes.
本物の筆じゃない。
Looks like they're part of some kind of lock
鍵のメ
mechanism.
カニズムの一部。何？筆を正しい順番に入れ替えてください。紙を並び替えて手がかりを見つけましょう。これ、まあ、パズルの要領で、まず隅から見ていって、まずこうしましょう。え？右隅が2個。右上隅が2個ある。あれ？これも左隅だぞ。どうしてだ？ 2 枚ある。ん？これこっちにもなりうるのか。けどスケールがこうやって、スケールですかこれ。スケール、ん？こっちにもスケールっぽいのがあるな。なんかこう組み合わさる場所あるのか。なんか筆の色みたいなのが入ってるな。まず見やすいように置いて、あ、これ？紙の色も若干違うんだよな、これ。なんだ？属性に合わせておいてるか。これ多分右だな。この線が、これ途切れてるから、こっちだと思う。え？これ組み合わさる？何？紙を並べて手がかりを見つけろ。はあはあはあ。こういうのに入れ替えられる。 もともとハテナって書いてる。まあ。まずは紙から解こう。こいつ。色同じ。違うの。なんかどれとも色が一致しないな。ああ？ヒント。
Did you find a hint on those scraps of
あの
paper?
紙くずの中に何かヒントを見つ
It
けた
looks
かい？
like a ripped up jigsaw puzzle.
まずこのジグソーパズル解きますか。お！ここ一致するじゃん。こうか。本当に一致してる？まあけどここしかアウトでもない。これ回転とかしないよな。あ、こうか。こうだ。おーい、来た。いいねー。なんか思ったより背が低いみたいですね。こうか。一応ちょっと暫定でここにしときますか。お、来たぞ。おうほう。切れますか。で、何なんだこれが ?1,2,3,4,5,6 個あって、1,2,3,4,5,6 個ある。ああ、なるほど。で、この横線がこれの高さに対応してるわけか。で、なるほど。これ緑。ああ、なるほど。絵の色と、この筆についてる絵の具の色で、なんかこう判別するみたいですね。左がこれなしってこと？これ長さか？長さで ?1、2、3でああ、まあ、一番左はオレンジのうちのどれかなんだよ。どれかで？で、これ左から2番目は緑のうちのどれか。もうこれは絵がピンクのバサッとなってるやつ。これヒント足りてる？どっか起点があれば助かるんだけど。これとこれがこれなんだこれ長さ1ってことこれ。メモリが 1?
足りてないですね。罪ですね。残念です。
いや。まだ大丈夫。これは長さなんじゃない？こうだろ。で、これ長さ3あるやつ。この2つのどっちか。あ、わかった。これ絵の色、毛の形、色、長さか。はい。わかってきたよ。で、ピンクでありバサッとしてるのはこの2つのうちのどっちかで。ちょっとこれ、なんだこの青。ここは分かった。ということは、じゃあこれだ。次これで、 ここ1と5は分かったな。1と5が分かることで、6が一番長いのこれになったから、あとはこの3つをいじくればいいんだけど、青がこいつしかないから、青がこいつに決まって、こうだいいか。まさか当ててピン。青。これあったろ。なんだこれ。あ、動かさせる。
There we go.
Here we go.
Perfect.
Perfect. 簡単すぎたね。
What was in the box?
Just a photograph. Well, most of a photograph.
破られた写真。二人の幼い女の子の写真。一人は鏡。もう一人は緑の鏡。その写真の大部分が欠けている。どうやら破られたようだ。大切そうに入れてるというのが気になりますね。これがフレア？これ。殺された人。
ザレボー、配信を考えて時間かける6勝3、ブロードマンですね。
ストリーマーですから
Glass
ね。
box.
I think it's a vivarium.
Come again?
See the leaves and twigs in there? Might have been for keeping insects.
A pillow with a paw
肉
print
球
pattern.
の
It's a cushion.
クッションでした。
Yeah, but that doesn't alliterate. It's Freya's bed. A little bit messy.
It's a perfectly healthy amount of messy.
まあちゃん。
Freya's bear.
Looks pretty depressed.
He's had a rough couple of days.
Brushes.
They're clean, but they look pretty well.
なるほど。もう終わりか？
It's a
魚
I
で
think it looks more like a whale.
クジラ。
fine. It's a whale.
Could also be a shark.
サメにも見える。ああ。もう見るとこない？
Do
脱
you
出
think this
口
was always supposed?
I don't know.
No windows either.
ノーウィンドウ。確かに。窓がない部屋というのも
Do you think
珍
this
し
was always?
I don't know.
No windows either.
い。なるほどね。お、まだまだあるな。なんだこの部屋。なんかいる。誰だ貴様。
Curious. I would expect bacteria of that nature to thrive in these conditions.
Excuse me.
Taking all the environmental factors into account, there must be something I am still missing.
これ
May
人
I
間か？
talk to you, Miss?
She knows we're here. She just doesn't care.
I am a detective, and I
Detective?
need to talk.
Correction. You do not need to talk to me,
Oh no? How come?
because I am not a suspect. I am completely innocent of any and all crimes.
Thanks for letting me know.
Speaking of which, you have now been at Tangle Tower for over 23 minutes. Surely you have already reached a sturdy hypothesis.
A hypothesis about the murder?
Yeah, come on, Grimoire, hurry up.
My apologies. Unfortunately, protocol dictates I must
Protocol
at least meet
dictates.
all the suspects. And that includes you. So, could you tell me your name?
これポ
Beefy
ッ
fella,
ピ
microbiologist,
Fifi.
inventor, innovator.
ー？イノベーター。
You will need to be more specific. Oneself cannot be summarized in a single response without doing one a great disservice.
So true.
Well, first of all, you're a fellow. So does that make you the daughter of...
Correct. My father and mother are named Flora and Felix, but you
兄弟
did
か
not question。either
兄
of
弟
them.
じゃないの
It
か
will only waste valuable time. Neither of them are capable of murder.
Thanks for the tip.
Fifi, you said you were a micro... something or other?
Microbiologist. But it is an insignificant label. My studies cannot be categorized in any one recognized field.
What made you want to become a scientist in the first place?
I harbor an intrinsic fascination with the microscopic. I constructed my first one at age 10.
Constructed a microscope?
Correct.
And what's that thing on your head? Did you make that too?
My eyesight began to deteriorate when I turned
視力
12.
は悪化。
Not satisfied with the eyeglasses prescribed to me, I designed this
Custom
custom lens
lens.
instead. It automatically adjusts
いいですね。
based on the surrounding light conditions.
Does it glow red when you get
素
angry?
晴らしい。
No, but that would be most
けど酔いそう
pleasing.
だね。
What can you
You know.
tell me about the murder?
What can you tell me about... Wait, that's what I'm supposed to ask you.
Yes. However, You were too slow.
You fancy yourself a detective too, Fifi?
I just need to know what happened.
Me too. So talk.
Fine. I knew ahead of time that Freya was going to be busy with her painting all day, so I had planned to spend the afternoon with Poppy.
コピー
I
が
was
す
in
ご
the
い
library all morning preparing the equipment for an experiment, only to find out that Poppy had made other plans and she was in fact planning to ignore me completely.
Oh.
So
あ
what
じゃあ
did
一
you
緒じゃ
do
なかった
instead?
のか。
I locked myself in my room and cried.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Why?
I don't know, it just sounds kind of sad.
It is not unusual.
Oh.
なんか寂しい人ですね。生命。
I was in my room. The lights were off and the door was locked.
こ
Someone began banging on the door.
う。
I ignored it
誰かが。
until the someone began shouting at me. I opened the door. Poppy
あ、
came
これは
into
ポ
my
ッピー
room.
だった。
Her makeup
彼
was
女の化
leaking.
粧が崩れて
She
いた。
told me Freya was dead. I did not believe it. I thought she
あ、
was
事
playing
後
a
報
trick
告を
on
聞い
me,
ただけなのか、こい
so
つ
I
は。
punched her in the face.
彼女の顔を殴った。
She insisted that we go up to Flora's tower. We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs. When I saw Freya lying on the floor, I was completely and utterly devastated. Then, I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting. Poppy and I took the sample back downstairs to the library. We performed a test and found out that it was, in
あ、
fact,
こいつが
blood.
血であることを
You
突き止め
performed
た。
that scientific test immediately, even though you were feeling so upset?
Of course. Why would one affect the other?
けどなんでその赤の絵の具だけを見て、赤の絵の具だけ検査したんだろう。
Name, Flora Fellow. Age,
職業
4.
未確認。
Profession, unknown.
確かに。
Likes, unknown. Dislikes,
Unknown.
unknown.
Isn't she your mother? How do you not know anything?
I believe other people may have discovered methods of reaching her, but I have little capacity for interpreting nonverbal communication.
And how long has Flora been non-verbal?
She has always been quiet,
静かな人だっ
willing to
た。
speak
それ
when
以上は話さ
necessary,
ない。
but not more.
So what happened to make her stop talking entirely?
She suffered a great loss, something she has been unable to move beyond.
大切なものをなくした。フィリック
Name, Felix Fellow.
無
Age,
職。
53.
冒険家と言ってあげないのか
None. Likes, collecting objects of negligible monetary value and
ひ
assigning
どい
them
な。
personal value.
個人的な。
Dislikes, the inescapable realities of human existence. Notes, Felix is my father and legal guardian.
法的保
And,
険人。
is he a good dad?
I have no point of comparison, but I would say no.
No? Why not?
You asked me a binary question. Do not get upset that I provided one of the two possible answers.
What makes him a bad father, Fifi?
He has trouble expressing his emotions, and something of a willful
意図
detachment
的に
from
現実から
reality.
離れている。
Huh.
なるほど。
Just like
現実逃避しているのか。
Or more.
No, no. He is quite correct. Name,
自分について。
Fiona Fellow.
アマチュア
19. Profession, amateur microbiologist. Likes, the meaningful archiving of information. Dislikes, the superfluous window dressing accompanying the majority of human contact. Notes, kindly disregard the polysyllabic form of my given forename and refer to me instead as Fifi.
How come you
機
prefer
械的
Fifi?
な人です
How
ね。
come you prefer Grimoire?
How are you related to the other fellows?
Fitz is my cousin. His father, a man named
Fitz.
Flint, was my
Flint.
uncle.
Was?
I do not know if Flint is alive or not. He left Tangle Tower a long time ago.
And what about Freya? How are you related to her?
We share exactly one grandparent.
なんか結構早いな、文字が流れるの。
Name, Freya Fellow.
芸術家。
Age, 19. Profession, artist. Deceased.
ザレボー、相対性のある質問をしてその5つを選ん
Most
だのに
people
驚
find
かな
me
いで。
difficult.
ってい
They
うのは
exhibit a
確かに。
noticeable degree of discomfort when talking to me. There it is. Freya, who
確かに
had
な、
way of
ど
being
ちら
an
かの
exception
予
to
測はで
any
きるわ
given
けか。
rule, was not at all like this. She is very important, and I will not rest until I understand what has happened to her.
Did you spend a lot of time with Freya recently?
I will say this. In the past year, Freya became 1. Increasingly independent, and 2.
独立
increasingly
した
isolated.
非常に孤
Do you
立
know why?
I do not. If you are looking for a speculative, empathetic opinion, try asking Poppy instead.
ポッピ
The
ー
three of you are friends.
We are of a similar age, and all highly gifted.
才
One
能を持っている
scientist, one artist, and one musician.
ポッピーは音楽家なのかな。こいつだけ科学方面ですね。フレイヤとポッピーは芸術方面だけど。
Fifi's bedroom should be unlocked now.
Can't wait.
待ちきれないわ。アトミック。ここにも何かパズルがあるはずだ。これか。
It's an illustrated book about birds.
It's been left open. Looks like
Or it was left open for us to find.
ever so slightly
お
unnerving.
お。鳥の本。このインクディップは非常に頭の良い鳥であり、ミスティッドの鳥たちの中でもかなり長い寿命。他の鳥たちはインクディップに攻撃的であるため、インクディップはその一生を孤独に過ごす。それは特別な食生活を要しており、タンタムアミカ、写真ありの種しか食べない。これ。頭がいいから孤独。私と似てますね。
A chalkboard.
Is this a library or a
Oh.
classroom?
来たかパズル。え
I'm not sure I learned anything
う
from
ん、
that.
何の手がかりでもないですね。
I'm not sure. Soil samples?
そういうサンプル
A book? Fundamental entomology.
I guess somebody dropped it.
これ
Books
倒れてる
about
These books are. I think they'd crumble into dust.
good excuse.
Thanks. Books about geography.
Skip.
地学。昆
Books
虫
about
あ、
insects.
Well, there's not a single book on that shelf.
Huh.
これは本が空なのか。これは何星
Books about space.
空間について。
They're relatively untouched.
アンタッチとか触られていない。
Sure, why not
The
build?
search for the archiving's downright poetic.
お、パズルなしか。しけてますね。これさっき鍵が、ここか。鍵かかってたもんな、ここ。行ってみるか。
ザレボー、命拾いしましたね。
いやいやいや。ゲームが早く終わってしま
I
った
don't。know what that drink is, but I bet it's 99% sugar.
99%は砂糖。
I'd read you the ingredients, but there's nothing written on
That's even worse.
it. It's a magnifying glass.
How come you don't have one of
Why? Because I'm. Should I start smoking a pipe?
those? You
too?
can pull off the pipe.
あなたにパイプは似合う。あ、同じクマの人形だ。
You suspect. Don't think you can get out being questioned just because you're a bear.
I'm innocent, I promise.
Save it for the judge.
茶番
I
でし
don't
た。
know what that drink is, but I
I'd
bet
read you. But
that's
there's
even worse.
これはこれパ
Phoebe's
ズル
got
か
something pinned up
What
here.
is all
来た
this?
パズル。え相関図か。これとこれが夫婦。これは自分たちか。これも夫婦。これとこれこれとこれこれなんか矢印が複数あるやつおるな。こいつが不倫関係にあったってことか。これとこれ。これハテナ。これもハテナがついてんな。こことここがハテナ。わからず。
Did you notice who isn't on here?
Freya?
Mm-hmm. And Fifi
あ
herself.
あ、確かに。これ怪しい。
It looks like a microscope.
Can I touch it?
おパズル来たか
I'm not sure this is a microscope.
4つの虫眼鏡のレンズを横にスライドさせて位置を正しましょう。どういうことあ、この鍵の絵になるのか。これ極太だな。どうする これがここであることは間違いないと思うんだけど。さっきこんなのだったっけ？やばい。2つ組み合わせ。あ、なんか書いてるな、よく見たら。マイナ。プラ3。まず全部端に追いやって、元の形を見ます。ここで大事なのは、これはマイナスしないといけませんね。ここ3倍ぐらいする？ここ、下の長さが同じだよな。これ、苦しい。これになる？マイナスプラスだから同じ大きさになっちまうんだ、これ。これは絶対大きくしたらダメだよね、ここ。マイナのここをぶっ込みます。もう3倍にします。ここはこれでいいよ。ここも若干形が合ってないんだよな。これの大きさをベースとして考えるから良くないのか？2倍だから1倍1倍でこれを3倍にした時のサイズだこれでダメ？どうなってんだこれ。3倍じゃなくて2倍を持ち込む。あ、なんか形あったような気がするな、気持ち。これ若干下の方が小さい？そうでもない？これ同じサイズ？こことここ。目が悪いだけ？で、ここ1倍するか。OK だ。
I'm impressed.
あ、開いた。あ、よかった。
Sounds like it unlocked.
Yeah, it's built on top of it. There's a book in here.
ブック。何？奇妙な鉄のデバイスでロックされている秘密日記。これ開けてもらうってことか。
Nice room.
It's a mess, but yeah.
Pretty.
We're supposed to.
And a simple trick, but it really. That's a whole lot.
もう一回フィフィの部屋、フィフィに会いに行く？こんなの見つけましたよ。
My book.
And what's in it?
Pages.
タンパクです。あ、ここ見て。
What is
聞いて
your
なかったな。
opinion of Tangle Tower?
Oh, it's impressive. Elaborate gardens, unique architecture.
Must be worth a fortune.
Why do you ask, Fifi?
I am the heir of the Fellow family and the Remington family. This makes me the sole beneficiary of Tangle Tower.
That's quite an inheritance.
They can't make you do anything, Fifi. If you don't want the house, just tell them. Or just sell it. Who cares?
You sound like her.
彼女みたいな口ぶり。
I require facts. What do you know?
Well, we know Freya was stabbed with a knife, and then she fell.
Correction. She was stabbed with
何
something.
かで
There
刺
was
され
no
た。
knife
ナ
found
イ
at the crime
フ
scene,
とは限らない。
Apart from the one in the painting.
which as a mere abstract representation does not count. Nobody has ever been stabbed by the concept of a knife.
ナイフの概念に刺された者などいない。
The statue itself does not interest me, but I do wish to know about those symbols on the harp. Have you deciphered their meaning yet?
We're working on it.
We are.
解読なんてしたかしら。
This belongs to Poppy. In fact, she owns a number of
あ、
cassette
ポッ
tapes.
ピーは
What happened?
芸術家だから、芸
It
術
has
音
been
楽
left
家だからか。
underwater for an extended period of time.
Right. But why?
I do not know why. Curious. Freya is normally highly skilled at capturing someone's likeness, but in this painting, she has accidentally
かなり
made
若
Flora
く
look
描いて
quite
しまっ
young.
ている。
I think she was just being kind.
Why is that kind? Anyway, I'm far more interested in what Flora is holding. I performed the test on the red paint myself. I discovered that it was in fact not paint, but blood.
What made you want to test it in the first
そうそうそう
place?
そう、それが気になるのよ。
She told me she thought the painting looked like a bloody knife. I told her not to be ridiculous. My mother owns no such knife. But then I noticed that the color was slightly too dark, and the substance itself was overly viscous.
You noticed that just
ポ
from
ッ
looking
ピ
at
ー
it
が
once?
最初に気づいた
Of。course,
なるほど。
the red paint on the brush is not paint. It is blood.
あ、これは血なんだ。
So Freya added the blood to the painting herself?
Or blood got on the brush and palette some other way?
I do not know the answer.
Fifi, did you test the red paint in this pot?
Yes, I did. I discovered it too was blood.
あ、
Not
これも
paint.
血なんだ。
A whole pot full of blood?
Not a whole pot. It is only
少
partially
しだ
full.
け。
Yeah, but still. Doesn't that freak you out?
No. In fact, it may be considered rather reassuring. The gramophone belongs to Poppy, but I believe she gave it to my mother, and my mother often loaned it to Freya. Or maybe it is the other way around.
When did it get cracked?
I cannot pinpoint it exactly. All I know is that it must have happened sometime in the last
最
2
近
days.
ここ2年くらいの間で割れたと。
Is she laughing?
壊れた。
That belongs to my mother. I think she must be fond of eggs. There are a number of egg-shaped carvings to be found in the garden
卵
and
の
in
ちょ
the
っと
grand
ありま
hall.
したね。
Yeah, what's the deal with all the eggs?
Some people just like eggs. A wooden carving of my father, made by my father. Although, now that I look at it, I do not understand how he was able to paint the red parts
あ、
without
あ
any
ー、確か
paint.
に。
It
どうやっ
is
て
a
書いたんだ
model
あい
of
つ。
Freya,
あん
made
こ
by
こに
my
赤があった
father.
のか。あ、
A
そういうこと。
model of Flora, you mean?
And a man with a beard. And a little red and white creature.
この
But
生き物は
why
一体
would
何
my
だ。
father make a model of Freya? I believe Freya was attempting to communicate something through this painting.
Any idea what it was?
I am not the person to ask. All I see is a blood-red mountain with angry storm clouds brewing above it.
ブラッ
As
クレッ
such,
ドマウン
I
テン。
cannot ascertain any meaning from it whatsoever.
ブラッドか。
This photograph is my favorite photograph.
So, why'd you rip it in half?
That was not me. Besides, it was not a half that was ripped off. It was only a third.
3分の1に破られた。もっと
This
横長なの
photograph
か。へえ。もっと。 あと2人ぐらい映ってても、3人ぐらい映ってもおかしくないのか。
Do you know who was reading this book?
It belongs to my mother.
And she left it in the library?
No, my mother has not been in the library for some time.
全部ミスだな。OK。
There's something about Felix's painting supplies. Something.
Let's ask him about it.
今すぐ行く。マークがついてる。
There's something about the image of Flora in the painting. Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
え？これは後でいい。疑惑。あ、ロックが解除されてるのか。
About
Ha,
this
ha, ha,
paint
ha.
we found in your room.
話してるうちに解除されていくんですね。
I used it to paint, obviously. Totally normal thing to do.
We never said it was suspicious.
Come on then, out with it. What exactly are you accusing me of?
それはあなたの絵の具色じゃない。正しい色じゃない。それには間違った蓋がついている。
It's not your paint pot. Did you take it from somewhere else?
What on earth? It's definitely mine. I even have proof. Look, the lid matches the ones on all my other paint pots. End of
いや、赤はどうしてんだよ。
That's not the end of the discussion.
We need a clue to compare with Felix's red paint. Something to prove who it actually belongs to.
実際に誰のものかと証明するだから。これ？
Let's take a closer look at this.
違う。何？おー、変わる変わる変わる変わる。赤の稲具はこれ。え？蓋？やばい。わからん。
Freya's red paint pot was used to paint the
も
model
うこの時点で正解じゃないのがわかる。
broken by Felix. Now,
この2つの手がかりをつなぐものは何だろう。その赤の絵の具入れに何かおかしいって。ラベルだ。ラベルがこいつだけ違う。ラベルは盗まれた次のものと入れ替えられた。蓋だけ変わっている。でも隠すために蓋が入れ替えられている。
Freya's red paint pot was stolen and replaced with Felix's red paint pot, but the lids were swapped to hide it.
That red paint is from
だからなんだろう。
Freya's supplies, not yours. Swapping the lids doesn't hide what you did.
Why are you bothering me about paint anyway? And none of this is
確かに
connected
関
to
係ない。
murder.
湖の水？なんかいるか？なぜフィリックスは殺人事件に関係のあるフラヤの絵の具を盗んでいるのだろう。主語はこいつにしとくか。次のものを含んでいなかった。次のものにいっぱい使われた。壊すために使われた。はなぜか次のものでいっぱいあった。そして施錠されて保管された。
This red paint pot was somehow filled with blood.
確か瓶の
and then
中にも
locked away. Almost. Maybe just change one thing.
あ、こっちじゃないな。これか。
All of the paint pots was somehow filled with blood and then locked away. Nope.
あ、こっち合ってたな。なぜか次の。 するため組んでいなかった？
This red paint, that's not right.
間違えた。これか。フレアがフローラの絵を描くために使った。
This red paint, almost.
最
Maybe
後
just
これだ。もう総当たりでいくか。
this red paint, that's not right either.
何？絵の具で赤の絵の具を持っていなかった。それは別なんかだった。
This red paint, that's not right either. This red, that's not right either.
お、どんどんヒントが出てくるぞ。違うのか。
This red paint, that's not right either.
あれ？
This red paint, that's not right either. This red paint, almost. Maybe just change.
これだけだ。
This red paint, almost. Maybe just
ここだ
this
け違う。
red paint pot, almost.
あともう一つ。ここさ違う。
This red paint
来た
pot was
来た来た
somehow
来た
filled with
拍手
blood before Freya used it to paint Flora.
Oh, that's definitely something. Right. Fine. Here's the story. I was busy working on a project when I suddenly realized I had run out of red paint. There was a certain amount of time pressure, so I politely asked Freya if I could borrow hers. Just for a little while, you know. Perfectly reasonable request.
But she said no.
I tried to explain
断られたのか。
why I needed it, but she didn't seem to care. So, well, I took Freya's red paint pot and swapped it with my own
腹のも
empty.
のといてから。
You went into her room.
Not my proudest moment, but it's just paint. I didn't touch anything else.
And the paint pot you left behind was definitely empty?
Quite. I have absolutely no idea how it got blood in it, if that's what you're asking.
Why were you in such a hurry to get a hold of red paint anyway?
I was trying to finish this in time for Flora's birthday. I needed red to paint the
いいプロジェクト
final
ですね。
details.
Could you not have just used a different color?
Out of the question. It had to be red and white.
If you managed to
赤
finish
と
it,
白でなければな
why
らな
haven't
い。
you given it to Flora yet?
Well, I decided against it in the end. After what happened, seemed a bit insensitive.
なるほど。こいつが殺された人のなんていうかな、赤の瓶を入れ替えて、だけど入れ替えたときはこいつの空の瓶を渡してるはずなのに血がいっぱい入ってたと。不思議ですね。こいつまだこんなところにいるのか。疑惑。
So, this painting, specifically that knife in Flora's hand.
Yeah, it's creepy. But we didn't find a knife anywhere in the room. So what's going on?
それはナイフじゃない。
It's not a knife.
お
We need a clue to compare with the painting. Something to explain what that knife shape actually is.
描かれた肖像画にあるナイフのような物体を説明する何か。いや、わからんけど。
That's not it.
違う。
That's not it.
また総当たりになるな。
That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
持ってないもしかし
That's
て。
not it.
だってそれらしいもんないよね。
That's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
蓄音機が凶器なわけないし。
That's not it.
あ、卵の中に入ってた？
We'll get to that in a minute.
後でやりましょう。
That's not it. We'll get to that in a minute. That's not it. That's not it.
持ってない
Let's
じ
take a closer look at this.
ゃん。これえつなぐもの描かれたナイフは鳥によってこれ何なの？植物、ひよこ。あ、羽？羽か。ナイフじゃないんだ。イコール。じゃあ文章が書いてるだけで。描かれたナイフは次のものだ。羽。インクディップのこれ？
The painted knife is actually just a feather from an ink dip bird.
It's definitely the right shape, but the book's not in color. The thing Flora's holding in the painting is red and white, specifically. Is there anything to suggest that the ink dip bird is red and white too?
インクディップ蝶が、あ、あれか。あ、わかったわかった。これか。こいつだ。
This little thing? I don't understand why
こいつは
Felix
赤
would
と
make a
白じゃないと
model
ダ
of
メって
this
言ったな、あい
bird
つ
as。part of a gift for Flora. And come to think of it, why would Flora be holding a feather in the painting anyway?
何？それに考えてみると、フローラの絵が絵の中の羽を持っているのか全くわからない。インクディップ蝶。ペニーのペットだった。だから次のものを取ってるんだ。フローラを裏切った。だから次のものを愛した。何？フローラとこの赤と白の鳥はどういう意味を示しているんだろう。次の実験の一部。フローラと鳥の意味。思い出のために。
The ink dip bird was Flora's pet, so she kept a single feather to remember it by.
She kept the bird as a pet. And it died?
Maybe it flew away.
Flora spends all her time staring out the window.
Either way,
逃げた鳥
she
か。
kept the feather. I think it was pretty important to her.
Alright, so she was holding the feather while Freya was painting her. But where is it now? You'd think she'd keep it somewhere close by.
Yeah, I think she does. Normally. This is where Flora usually keeps her feather.
ここがフローラの普段彼女の羽を保管している場所。これか。この中には羽が入ってるのか、もしかして。卵だ。
But we opened it. It's empty.
Mm-hmm. Completely empty.
Completely empty. 違うのか？
Flora? She's pointing at something in the corner of the room.
何か指さしてる。
It's just a pile of books. They're not... Wait, there's something tucked inside this one.
あ、なんか少しずつ分かってくるのが面白いな。小さな鳥。これはあなたのために愛をフレア X。鳥？わからん。見せればいいのか？
I like these drawings, Flora.
Is there a reason why you wanted us to see them?
う
Have you
これも
seen
ミス
this
ト
book
か。
before? Do you know who it belongs to?
I really thought she was gonna say something there.
This is a photo of Fifi, isn't it? Your daughter? You haven't seen this yet, have you?
It's a
Miss
little
it,
model of
Nino.
you. Who are the other people next to you? What do you think of your husband's hobby?
Do you have any hobbies?
反応なし。こいつ。
We met Felix, your husband. He's one of our suspects, and he seems pretty suspicious if you ask me. So, if you want to stick up for him, now's your chance.
脅してますね。ダメか。
Nice try. We spoke to your daughter Fifi. She's some kind of super intelligent scientist. You must be proud of her.
ダメ。
We already solved it.
はあ。次の場所行きますか。ここなんだ。石広。誰だこいつ。
Whoa, nice cape.
You're
Nice
not
cape.
fellows or pointers. I'm sure I shall immediately regret asking. But who are you, and what is your business here?
I'm Sally,
Got it.
and this is my sidekick Grimoire.
A private detective, Grimoire.
Really? You're a detective. If this is a joke, it's not a good one.
Who are you, anyway?
Private Detective Hawkshaw.
Oh,
こい
nice.
つも
Hawkshaw's a cooler name than Grimoire. Maybe I'll become her sidekick.
彼女。
You're not on the Freya fellow case, too, are you?
男じゃないんだ
That is classified information between myself and my client. Clearly, this is something which eludes you. But a real detective refrains from handing out informations to persons unknown.
Oh, right.
Now, if you would, I have work to do.
遭遇はやった。
It's not in my interest to discuss personal details.
教えてくれない。
Even if you're one of the suspects in a murder?
Very well. Let us make a small exception. Ask.
Oh, what are you doing here?
I'm on a case at the behest of my client.
How long have you been at Tangle Tower?
133 hours.
何日だ
5.5 days.
Who are you working for?
I am not at liberty to answer that. Now, I shall permit you one more question.
What crime are you...
How'd you get that scar? It's cool.
You really think so?
You really
As it
think so?
happens, I completed an examination of Flora's room on the morning before the murder. I've been investigating every single room at Tangle Tower. Hers was one of the last on my list.
Did you find anything unusual?
Nothing but a thin layer of dust and an atmosphere of somber melancholy.
Was Flora in there at the time?
She spent the duration of my search staring up at the sky, out the open window. Didn't say a word.
どこ
Although
と
I'm
も
told
話し
this
ない
is the expected
け
behavior.
どそれは普通の
What
行
did
動
you
で
do
す
after that?
I spent the early evening searching the library. It took longer than it should have. Fiona leaves that room in a permanent state of disarray.
Fiona was in the library too?
I expected her to make an appearance, but she did not.
And you stayed in the library the rest of the day?
Not quite.
生
Towards
命
the early evening, my examination of the library was
調査
unexpectedly
に邪魔が
disrupted.
入った
Sounds of running, wailing, shouting from
これ
several
見つ
floors
けた
above.
時のや
I
つか
vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared. He emerged from the
Hakase.
Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. Our eyes met. He was breathless. Something had caused him great alarm. He told me to stay out of the way. I consented and decided to return to my office in the stone square. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. She was clutching the banister of the Pointer staircase with an apprehensive manner. She wished to know where Professor Pointer had gone. I told her what had transpired. Then, she too crossed the hall and disappeared up the fellow staircase. More so than at any moment prior, I felt like quite an intruder in the house. I took my leave, out towards the stone square. The grounds were silent. There were no signs of human life. Even the greenhouse was without its typical inhabitant. I noted that he, too, must be entangled in whatever was transpiring in Fellow Tower. An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance. He spoke to me of what had occurred. His report was as clumsy and cumbersome as the man giving it.
Did he seem upset?
He was rattled. That much was clear, but sorrowful, mournful, I cannot say. Quite the stoic statue, isn't she? I can only dream of being as cold and indifferent as Flora Fellow.
You think she's hiding something?
Perhaps. She has some strange habits.
奇妙な
I heard she
癖
barely sleeps. An hour here or there,
睡
sporadically.
眠を取らない
Spends the rest of her time staring up at the sky. Did you get anything useful out of him?
Not sure. What about you?
Nothing worth committing to paper.
I think he knows more than he lets on.
Probably. But talking with him is so tedious.
ひどいね。フィリックス。
Considerably intelligent, and her powers of observation are
悩
enviable.
ましいほど。
But she has no ambition. No
集
focus.
中力。
In her defense, she's still a teenager.
Barely. 314 cases solved.
300?
And 14.
300?
Freya Fellow is of great interest to me. I perceived her to be the most intelligent individual here at Tangle Tower. Within a
へ
day,
え。
she had identified for whom
フ
I
ィ
was
フィよりも
working
賢いのか。
and for what I was searching. I didn't know how she did it. I was impressed. I regret that I did not question her more thoroughly when I had the opportunity.
You couldn't have known she was about to be killed, though.
I have only myself to blame for failing to perceive the signs.
うーん
What。signs?
I do not wish to do your job for you, detective. Tangle Tower. No idea why they insist on calling it that. It's not even a tower. It's little more than a pair of turrets stuck on either side of a mansion.
Have you searched the whole place?
I believe so. Why?
He wants to know if you found any secret rooms.
秘密の部屋。
I'm afraid the residents of Tangle Tower are far too ordinary for anything like that. I was disappointed too. You truly consider this a case file?
What's wrong with it?
No organization, no
整
system.
理戦闘がなってない。
That's my style. I like seeing everything laid out at once. Yeah, it helps me think.
How quaint. Have you deciphered the meaning of those 4 symbols on the harp?
わからん。
We're working on it.
That's a no then. Where'd you dig that up?
It wasn't buried. It was underwater.
Someone trying to conceal evidence, perhaps? Conveniently left anonymous. It's useless until you can prove to whom it concerns. Can you do that?
No?
No. Makes quite an impression, doesn't it? Although I can't imagine why she painted Flora wielding a knife.
You didn't see a knife anywhere in Flora's room, did you?
I did not. I conclude whatever stabbed Freya must have been brought into the room from
外
outside.
からあの部屋に持ち込め
Unless, of course, it was the painting itself.
Surely you don't believe in that kind of thing.
A detective's job is to examine every avenue of thinking. The paint is still wet.
Yeah, well, we know Freya was in the middle of painting when she was killed.
Do you know that? How? Because you were told?
のなんかこいつ確信に触れてきそうなこと言ってました。
Yep.
Paints.
Mm-hmm.
A somewhat cumbersome device, and an altogether inefficient way to listen to music.
What kind of music do you like, Hawkshaw?
I like anything.
What a cop-out.
I believe that was in Flora's room
昨日
yesterday,
フローラの部
but
屋
it was not cracked when I saw it last.
ひびは入ってなかった。ほう。昨日の段階では割れてない。
You got it open. I'm impressed. I managed it myself yesterday. I thought Flora might be hiding something in there.
It was empty yesterday, too.
It was. Perhaps it's always been empty.
ほう。
I'd tell him not to quit his day job. But he hasn't got one, has he? These figurines remind me of a case I once solved involving a possessed doll. Turned out to be a bit of a smokescreen, as these things often do.
Your life sounds fun. Grimoire, why don't we ever have fun adventures like that?
Are we not having a fun adventure right at this very moment?
I admit, it's powerful. Freya was a talented young woman.
Someone even liked it enough to take a photo of it.
Now, we don't know why they took the photograph, do we? Perhaps they just wanted it for reference. A photograph of Freya could be important.
大切かもしれない。
A book from the library, one of hundreds, no doubt. What makes this one special?
It's about birds.
Yes, I see that. A diary. Have you read it?
Not yet. It's locked.
And you haven't attempted to force it open?
That would be cheating.
正々堂々ですね。
Does Flora still own that bird? Do you know?
Don't think so. The drawings are from a few years ago.
I see.
これで全部回ったか。ロックも解除されてないと。なんだこれ。
Is that a
If it
clock?
is,
Oh!
it's a clock with 4
あ、これ
faces.
汚い。4つのカードがついてる。
I'm guessing it doesn't tell the time.
So what does it do?
4つの手が正しい位置に来るまでだいぶやるようになってください。正しい位置とは正しい位置正しい位置とはこれも正しそうな位置ってあるんですか ?12 時が好きとか
No.
So moving any of the hands turns the adjacent hands in the opposite direction. It's like cogs on a machine.
I guess that's
Did you
wrong.
work out what direction each hand needs to be facing? Each one ends with a little hoop. Try looking through the hoop and ignoring the rest.
こういう話してみて。あ、一気に動くのか。これなんか若干違ったりする ?9。これ 6？ これはこれ 3？3 か。3、9、12、9。
Nothing.
It's just numbers on 3 on the right, 6 on the bottom, 9 on the left,
右
and
側
12
に
on the
3、
top.
下に6、左。右側には3、下には6、左。あ、そうか。12時、3時、6時、9時か。
You only need 90-degree angles. That should make it easy.
じゃあこれはここでいいんだ。ここ3、9、12。これが6時の位置に行ってないのがダメなのか。ここにいないといけなくて。あっちゃったな。どうする
Reset the puzzle.
リセットして。こうするとここの2つはあって。こうすると、あ、合うじゃん。簡単に合うじゃん。これ合って。
That's the one.
Hey, not bad. What's in the box?
A little tool thing? But I'm not actually sure what it is.
望遠鏡。小さなレンズ。曲がったガラスのレンズがついた小さな真鍮の道具。 の基板にはネジがついている。これ見せびらかしてみるか。
This belongs to you, Hawkshaw?
Correct.
And, what is it?
It's my handheld microscope for
顕微鏡。
up-close investigation work.
What do you magnify with it?
Trace particles, dust, oils, clothing fibers.
Have you used it here at Tangle Tower?
I have. I used it to examine the greenhouse only 2 days ago.
What were you looking for?
That is between myself and my client.
グリーンハウス。
There's a metal plaque on the bench.
Is there a message in
I think there was at one, but someone scratched it off.
削り消した。もう見るとこないかな。
It's a big stone
I
die.
guess when I've first one too.
これがグリーンハウス？グリーンハウスだ。あ？目が。
Sally, don't move. We're being watched.
Yeah, I see him. He's a little too big to hide in the bushes. Is anyone going to say anything? Or shall we just stand around staring at each other?
Right, sorry. Sorry.
That's better. I'm Sally. And the guy hiding behind me is Detective Grimoire. Who are you?
Fitzfellow, the gardener.
Mm-hmm. And why are you so tall?
I don't know.
You work here as the gardener.
I don't get paid to do it. It's just my area of interest.
What's
What's
the
wrong
deal
with
with the
your
plants? They're all kinda weird.
Right. Did you see the lake?
That giant green and purple lake surrounding the entire house? Yeah, I clocked it.
The color is just a byproduct.
Of what? Poison?
It's not poisonous. Not to you.
人間には。
What's this got to do with the plants?
The water controls all life, just like anywhere else on the planet. Clouds
Eh?
form, rain falls. The water grows the plants, animals eat the plants. Anything you've perceived as an irregularity is simply a result of this hydrological cycle.
Could you say that again, but like
少しバカな
as if
人
you
に
were
説
talking
明
to
してい
a
るとして。
slightly stupid person?
Our lake water causes the unpredictable alteration of DNA. Sometimes.
Alteration?
放射能と
Like
か。
mutation.
その
That'd be
辺
the
の。
official term. For us, it's normal. Just nature.
And you're the local expert on all this stuff?
No. I'm just the gardener. I was in my greenhouse, watering and weeding.
Sounds exciting.
Was anyone else around?
Not at first. Penelope came in a little later. She likes looking at the flowers, I think.
Did you speak to each other?
A little, not too much. We both left the greenhouse in the early afternoon. I went up to my room. Then I came back outside to weed the main gardens. Didn't see anyone else. After that, I went up to the garden outside my room.
And?
Let me guess. Watering and weeding.
Right.
Did anything happen to you yesterday, Fitz?
でね
I was up in the rooftop garden. It was quiet. And
屋上
then
の庭
it wasn't. I can't describe it. Could have been a scream, but it didn't sound human.
人間っ
We
ぽくな
thought
い
it was
声が
coming
する
from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
We.
Poppy was with me. Did I not mention that? Flora's room was locked. That's normal. She usually locks it from the inside. I knocked on the door and shouted. Nobody responded. We became concerned.
You kicked the door down?
I did. Poppy and I went
こい
in.
つが蹴破った
Freya
の
was
か。
right there, laying on her back. Flora was there too, but I barely noticed her at first. Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her.
密室にこいつしかいなかったんだったらもうこい
Arrived
つ犯人
shortly
じゃん。
after that, with Felix in tow. I thought that was odd. You don't normally see the two of them together. Felix took charge. There was nothing else I could do to help. I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything. I found her pacing back and forth around the stone
Oh,
square.
dear.
When I approached her,
これは
She snapped at me.
知らせたの
I
か
think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
うーん
I like Flora. I hope she's all right.
Do you think she had anything to do with the murder?
There's no way. She wouldn't willingly cause any additional suffering for anyone.
まあいい人なんですね。
Felix is a contradiction. His loyalties are placed firmly within the realm of materialism, money, property. But his ego relies on an entirely fraudulent self-image, don't you think?
ひどいこと言われてるな。
I was just about to say the same thing.
Fifi doesn't like me.
What did you do?
I'm not sure. If you find out, maybe you can let me know. She questioned me.
About what?
My work, the plants, bit of everything.
Did she search the greenhouse?
No, she didn't.
You sure? Maybe she did it when
なるほ
you
ど。
weren't in there.
こっそり調べたか。
She hasn't touched it.
How can you tell?
Trust me, I can tell. She was always kind to me. She'd come into the greenhouse when I was working, sometimes by herself, sometimes with Poppy. I think they were just bored at first. Eventually, they started asking questions.
About what?
Poppy wanted to learn about flowers. Freya, she used to ask me about the insects.
Insects?
One of my jobs is to protect plants from things that might eat them. Freya brought me this little glass box, leaves and twigs inside. She'd say, put all the troublemakers in there. Every day I'd put a handful of beetles and other things in the box. Then she'd come along and take it away. I didn't really understand her, but she was always kind.
Have you met this guy, Fitz? Shifty eyes, doesn't say a lot. Totally suspicious, if you ask me.
That's me.
Yeah, that's... It was a joke. I was joking.
Oh, I see.
あまり冗談が通じる人ではないみたいですね。
Nice painting. Gives you a pretty good idea of the layout.
The lake looks like it forms a perfect circle around the island.
It might seem strange to you, but nature is quite capable of producing perfectly geometric forms.
And those mountain cliff things around the outside?
We don't know much about them. They're unscalable. Not even Freya could have gone up there.
What's that?
This painting, it's speculative. There are no photographs from this angle as far as I know.
So Freya just made it up.
Let's call it an informed estimation. Who gave you that information?
Well...
We don't actually know who it was. We were contacted anonymously.
あ
I see.
そうなんだ。
And what happens if the person who contacted you turns out to be the murderer?
I never thought about that.
Honestly, that would be kind of fun. Like a twist, you know?
It's of no interest to me, but I overheard Poppy and Freya talking about it once.
What would they say?
They were arguing about something, but I can't remember the details. That looks like it might belong to Poppy. How odd.
変だな。
What do you think that is in Flora's hand?
I don't know. It does look like a knife, but Flora wasn't holding anything at all when I saw her after the murder. But there's something bothering me. Something
ほう
else.
ほう。
What?
When we went into Flora's room, she wasn't
もう
standing
一
in
度
this
立ってなか
position.
った。
Well, she probably would have moved around a little bit by then.
She wasn't standing at all. She was kneeling on the floor.
座っていた。
There's something off about this.
What is it?
Why don't you take another look at Flora's room?
You think we missed a clue up there?
Not exactly.
筆を見たときに、
Paints are
何かおかしい。
different to flowers.
I'd say so, yeah.
At any time, flowers can bloom with perfect, faultless colors. Red, blue, white. With paint, once you've tainted a color by mixing it with others, not even the most skilled painter can return it to its pure form. That belongs to
哲
Poppy.
学的ですね
So why is it up in Flora's tower?
I'm not sure. That looks like it might belong to Poppy. It's an egg with feet.
It was locked. but we opened it, but it was empty.
Fun story. Felix made that? Huh. That's quite sweet, really. Freya's best work, in my opinion. Although the photo doesn't carry the same energy as the real thing.
What do you think it's a painting of?
What do you mean?
Like, what's the subject matter? What's that big red thing?
Oh, I don't think it's that kind of painting. It's Fifi and Freya.
Don't you think Poppy should be in the photo too?
Maybe, maybe not. She doesn't really like crowds.
2 people isn't a crowd.
Right, but if she was in the photo, then it'd be 3.
Checkmate.
ポッピーが怪しい。
Penelope knows about birds. You should ask her instead.
Actually, I wanted to ask you about something. There's a plant mentioned on this page, see? Do you have any? In the greenhouse?
No, I don't grow that anymore. I've tried in the past. It's incredibly difficult, even for me. I could never get it to live more than a couple of weeks.
だから鳥がいなくなったってこと？
Looks like someone doesn't want you to read that book.
That's the main thing making me want to read it.
Did Freya draw these?
Yeah. There's a note in the back too.
She was even closer to Flora than I realized.
You ever seen this before, Fitz?
No, but I don't normally go into Fifi's room.
That's not where we found it.
Oh, I just thought it looks like it belongs to her.
Fitz's room is unlocked. It's up in the fellow tower.
This could be interesting.
まあここもうちょっと見る。これなんだこれ？
This one's in a
光っ
little
てる。
pot.
Okay, that is definitely not it.
食用ではない。
It looks like a gemstone, don't you think?
鉢植えのフルーツ。硬く宝石のような表面の鉢植えのフルーツ。土は珍しい青色をしている。なの
A little chart of. Actually, I have no idea what it's about.
わからん。
What do you make of it?
Not a whole lot.
これなんだこの虫。
That's a handsome beetle. Looks like he might have magic powers. Hanging baskets.
To you,
You're only 2 inches taller than me.
2 inches makes all the difference.
Tools used by a gardener for gardening.
もうなんか怪しそうな場所ないね。ここはなんか普通の場所なのか。普通というとまああれですけど。どこだったかな。ここが開いたよっていうか。ここはなんだっけ。屋上の庭。刑務所か？
An empty glass.
Looking at it is making me.
Why?
I don't know.
It's a little handmade card. Someone's inside it says, "To Fitz from PP."
PP ポインター。ポッピーポインター。
That poor plant.
Looks pretty healthy to me.
Healthy, but sad. I think it would rather be outside.
It's locked, but it leads outside.
I thought we were halfway up a tower.
We are.
What's that thing by the handle?
その持ち手の傍らになるのは何？スライドして扉を開けてください。それからタイルに正しいスロットに動かしてください。
Nothing. Still
The
locked.
tiles have all got that same sun symbol on them.
全部同じ太陽のシンボルがついている。
Those moon symbols in the slots. Are they?
Maybe they're connected, but also not connected.
意味がわからんな。月？こんなんでどうですか？
Nope.
ダメ？
It's not budging.
Maybe the information we need isn't here.
So where is it?
Somewhere else.
今の状態だと開けられないのか。
Let's come back once we know what to do.
これが怪しいよね。
Hello.
Not hidden very well, is it?
Doesn't need to be. It's locked.
これに何か情報があ
It's a
る。
combination lock.
暗証番号か。
Sort of.
紙切れを並び替えてこの箱の暗証番号を突き止めよう。これ回転とかできます？なんか若干違うな。あ、ここは合いそうだな。本当？ここ？なんか違う気がするな。ここだけ合ってるからそう思えるけど、ここが合ってないんだよな。こうですか？このマークだけあったな。なんか違う気がする。けどこう、これにはないのか。このマーク、これだよね。このマークは他にはない。これが似てるな。けど、先が尖ってるから若干違う。ここにもないな。これはなんかここ固有のマークですね。もしかしてまた並べ方変えれば別のマークが出てくるのか？あ、なんかここ合いそうだな。スライムみたいなマークになりましたね。このスライムのマークは？これ上がなんかとんがってないな。違う。あ、これか。こことここが OK？ また別のつなげ方してみる。ここを基点につなげてみるか。こういうこと？なんかどんどん組み合わせ方を変えてマークを見ていくってこと？これはこことここでこれっぽいな。こここ見てます。この辺で組み合わせてみる。これか。これで全種類のマークみたいな気がするな。
That's done it.
Neat. Anything in there?
Yeah, it's wrapped in a cloth. Hold on. Huh. That's kind of ominous.
なんだよ。どれ ?PPFF。カビナ移植語って。装飾についた鉄の園芸用移植語。それには装飾が施されており、そのハートの両側には文字が書かれている。FF ばっかりだから分からんな。PP も PP ばっかりなんだろうな。
We already solved it.
見るものがなさすぎて。
Something. Probably just a
You
rock.
sure?
もう一回これを見せに行くか。
This is yours, Vince?
Yeah.
Do you use it?
I keep all my tools in the greenhouse.
That wasn't what she asked.
使ってないってことか。これ見せてなかったですね。
This is a good example of how things work. I mix that soil here in the greenhouse. It's made with water from the lake.
And it makes the fruit grow all shiny and gemstony.
Sometimes. You never really know what's going to happen.
And what do you do with this shiny and edible fruit?
You look at it.
鑑賞用。これだけ。ここなんか怪しいな。ここから繋がってるのか。こっち行っていいですか。これから P の一族の部屋、音楽室。これはポッピー。目。ブサイクじゃん。
Sally, that's rude.
Unless she is a ghost.
It may come as a disappointment, but I am alive.
Ah,
That makes you a suspect, I'm afraid.
I know.
what's your name?
My name is Poppy. I'm a pointer and a pianist.
We'll need to
PP.
ask you a few questions about Freya.
I know.
Hey, you're pretty good.
All in the wrist. And 13 years of dedicated practice. I'm just me. There's nothing to know.
How are you related to the other pointers?
My father is Percival Pointer. The professor spends most of his time hidden away in his tower. Barely speaks to anyone these days. Especially not the fellows.
You get on with the fellows?
Two of them. Fifi and Freya are my closest friends. We all turned 19 last year.
Do people ever leave Tangle Tower? I don't mean to be rude. It's just, if you're 19...
You don't have to answer that, Poppy.
It's a fair question. I'd like to move away. Definitely.
出たがっている。
Fifi, Freya, and I would often talk about it, argue about it. Freya wanted to leave, but Fifi,
Fifi
things
は
are more
出
complicated
た
for
がってない。
her.
What about now?
After what happened, I really don't want to stay here much longer. 3.5 hours of piano practice. Soon as I wake up. Same as always.
3.5. Does that not hurt your hands?
Sure.
And you do this in the music room?
No, I prefer to practice in my room. When I make mistakes, I like to make them in private.
What did you do after that?
I was supposed to meet Fifi in the library, but I totally forgot. When I
ここがされ
finally
たの
got
か。
down there, she'd already gone. I checked her bedroom, but it was locked.
Was Fifi not in there?
No idea. She keeps her door locked either way. So I went back upstairs and out into the moonlight garden.
The what?
The little garden on the roof outside my room.
Was it just you up there?
No. Fitz came outside after a while. His room's on the other side. He's been teaching me about flowers.
So, did you talk to him?
Not really.
You ignored each other.
I didn't say that.
うん。生
Fitz
命
and I
は
were up in the moonlight garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds. I've been trying to decide how to describe it, but I'm struggling. It was like something drilling
What
into
did you
a
say?
piece of metal, but different. Worse. I was pretty sure it was coming from Flora's
何かの
tower,
音で気づい
so
た
we
んだ
went
な。
up there to check. Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. I knew Freya and Flora were both supposed to be in there, so I made Fitz kick down the door. I went inside. Freya was lying on the floor.
Flora was in the room too?
Yeah. I think she realized what had happened at the same moment I did. I didn't know what to do, so I ran downstairs to get Fifi. Her door was still locked, but I knocked and shouted at her. Eventually, she let me in. The lights were off, but I could see she'd already been crying. I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry. First time I've ever seen her angry. I dragged her out into the hall. My father was there too, for some reason. The three of us went back up to Flora's tower. Then Felix arrived. He had Penny with him. Fifi had this idea. She wanted to do some kind of scientific test. She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes. After she was done, she went back upstairs and I went back to my room.
That's it?
That's it.
うん。さっきのやつはなんか、フローラが座ってたって言ってたけど、こいつはそのことに気づいてないだけなのかな。
Needless noise from tongues expel, unless within the mouth they dwell. The spoken word, unfit for dealing with the shifting form of feeling. Stand unblinking in the face of taciturn and soundless space. Foregone drifter, holding fast. Days a shadow seeker past. Is it bravery or surrender? Accepting that your world will render nothing darker than the gloom. Some four walls make round a room. Between the lips is so
毎回暗くなるの何なんだ。
all too soon. The chosen dwelling of her heart, unjustly chosen to depart. Lost her liberation lays in the center of a maze. With surging tide, the waves are thrown, an entity of all its own. On its surface you may see, reflected in the waters be, the orchestrator, pale and still, pulling strings, enacting will. Hard of head, but free of mind, unimprisoned, unconfined. With starry eyes, she sees beyond, behind our walls, beneath our pond. A soul untied, it's hers, it's free. Was then, is now, will ever be.
詩的ですね。
Softly does the flower grow, all in time, and time is slow. Rest a seed within the earth, but do not rush its gentle birth. Hour by hour, day by day, tune your heart to nature's way. It's me. I'm on a list of murder suspects. Always thought that would be kind of cool, but it's just tedious.
Falls a little short, doesn't it?
So there are two families living in Tangle Tower?
Mm-hmm. 3 pointers and 5 fellows. 4 fellows.
What's the connection between them?
There isn't one. Not really. It was all built by the Remington family. Flora is a Remington, originally. So was Primrose, my mother. She married into the Pointers, and Flora married into the Fellows.
So the Fellows and the Pointers own the house now?
Flora owns the house. Depending on who you ask, that means her husband Felix owns it too.
What about your father?
His claim over the house kind of fell apart after my mother left.
Where's your mother now?
No idea.
Oh,
There's something I noticed about Freya's knife wound.
Hit me.
From what we could tell, the blade went in at an exact right angle, perpendicular to Freya's body. There's only one small pool of blood. Nothing on Freya's hands, or anywhere else. The whole thing is just a little too peaceful.
What do you make of the statue?
I know that's the only harp in the whole of Tangle Tower. I've never actually seen a real one.
Maybe it's from before your time.
Oh, definitely. You see how old this statue is?
What about the symbols? One of them looks like piano keys.
Yeah, weird. This is mine.
Really?
No, well, yes, it was. I gave it to Freya about a year ago.
What was on it?
Nothing. It was blank. Freya said she wanted to record something.
Any idea how it ended up underwater?
Maybe someone wanted to destroy it, but got really lazy. Don't you think that's weird? That the letter isn't addressed to anyone? Or signed by anyone?
Someone's being deliberately secretive.
Or they're trying to manipulate you. When I first saw it, I thought it looked like Flora was holding a knife, with blood on the tip.
You don't think that anymore?
No. It was a stupid thing to say. The room was dark. I was in shock. I'm just an idiot.
But it was blood on the tip. If you hadn't said anything, maybe Fifi wouldn't have checked.
Exactly. It's stupid.
But we would have missed out on an important clue.
Is it a clue? Really? Tell me how it's a clue. Tell me how it helps. Nothing about the knife makes any sense. It's just freaking everyone out. Wish I'd never said anything. Freya would always load up the palette with all the exact colors she was gonna
必要な
need.
色だけ。
I think it helped her zone out and focus on the actual painting itself. Like getting all your sheet music lined up before playing a long piece.
Right. So the blob of black paint in the middle, that was for painting Flora?
Flora's dress, yeah. She wears even more black than I do.
黒の服を着ている。
When I first saw it, I thought it looked like
Wow,
Flora was
この部
holding
分
a
か。
knife with blood
だ
on
から
the
多
tip.
く使う。
You don't think that anymore?
Why is the glass cracked down one side?
Natural wear and tear, maybe?
No way. Freya took good care of her stuff. It was my mother's originally.
So, why is it up in Flora's room?
She just gets the most use out of it. Freya would borrow it too sometimes.
Does this belong to you, Poppy?
Now that's not really my style, is it?
But who else would own a tape like this?
Literally anybody? What was inside?
Nothing.
It's mine とは言わなかったな。
Whose paints are those?
They belong to Felix, I think.
Was that supposed to be Flora?
Possibly.
Oh. How nice. I think everybody sees something different.
Did Freya ever tell you what she saw in it?
Not exactly. She said something about it being from a recurring
繰り
nightmare.
返してみる枠。
Sorry, but if it was from a nightmare, why would you paint it and leave it in front of your bed?
ああ、確かに。
Maybe she wanted to take control of it. Giving something a physical form can make it easier to deal with. Well, sometimes.
This is a photo of Fifi and Freya, right?
誰かいるよな、これ。
Yeah,
How come you're not in it? You're friends with them too, aren't you?
I'm not really one for photographs.
Fifi looks like she really admires Freya.
Fifi's loyalty to Freya is unshakable. That belongs to
Cute face.
Flora, I think. Was that Fifi's diary? I'm sure I've seen it in her room before.
That's where we found it.
Have you ever read it? Do you know what's written in there?
Nope. I'm sure she wouldn't appreciate me invading her privacy.
I thought you and Fifi were close friends.
Yeah, we are. It's just Fifi's gotten kinda impatient
我
with
慢
me
できな
recently.
くなってきた。
Do you know why?
I'm not sure.
I'm sure she'd tell you if you asked.
Oh, she would. She'd give it to me straight. Probably why I've been avoiding it.
ああ、なるほ
How sweet. Did you find that in Fifi's room?
No? Should we have?
No, it's just... It looks like something she'd use, don't you think? Oh, you've been to the greenhouse? What did you think?
Impressive, I guess. But kind of unsettling, with Fitz lurking in the shadows the whole time.
Yeah, he does that.
ど。これだ。これが一番気になるんだよな。
Is that a gardening trowel?
Yeah, I think it belongs to Fitz.
Really? Huh, never seen him use it.
ああ。ちょっとがっかりした感じ。こいつが送ったんじゃないのかな。
All right. Poppy's bedroom is unlocked.
I wonder what's in there.
見るか。これがホッピーの部屋。
There's something about that diary we found in Fifi's room. Something.
Let's ask her about it.
じゃあ後でいい。これ怪しいな。パズル
It's a
か。
metronome.
パズルだ。
It's ticking.
左右に揺れている。
Is it a bomb?
It's supposed to be ticking. Not sure what those symbols are, though.
4つすべてのメトロノームのダイヤルを回転させて完璧に一番上に来るまでボタンを使ってください。 なんか日本語の意味がよくわからない。ダイヤルを回転させて完璧に一番上に来るボタンを使って何をこれで元の位置に戻った。これどういうこと？完璧に一番上ってどういうことだ？ 4 つすべてのメトロノームダイヤルを回転させて完璧に一番上に。あ、これずれてくってこと？なんか合いそうだな。これでいいですか？
That's done it.
Neat. What happened?
Little hatch unlocked in the back.
Anything in there?
Mm-hmm. It's a photograph.
写真。
Part of a
お、
photograph.
もしかして破れた片側？あ、やっぱりだ。こいつだけはぶられてたのか。その破られた写真はブロンドの髪とピンクの服を着た女の子。その写真に写っている女の子はカセット。ピンク色のカセット。はあはあ、こいつが持ってたのか。
There's something about that pink cassette tape. Something.
Let's ask Poppy about it.
あ、もう後でいい。
There's a name for this kind of piano. You know, these...
あら。
A single red rose. How very traditional.
Yeah, weird.
Empty. Just a bunch of clothes on the floor. Nothing weird about that.
To you.
Anything in the wardrobe?
Dresses mostly. Never realized there were so many shades of black.
黒の音です。
Anything in the drawer?
Nothing you need to know about.
あ、ここにも
A
これ
big
がある。
glass door leads out into a garden.
There's a little mechanism by the handle.
また同じやつじゃん。は？あ、ちょっと待てよ。
I guess we'll come back later.
これ対になってるのか、さっきのやつと。こ
There's a little mechanism.
れを画像で撮っといて。最初の月の位置はここで、あ、違うな。これ太陽の位置を取っておくのか。こう、こう、こう。よしよしよし。
I guess we'll come back later.
で、こいつとこいつの部屋から行けるのか。やっぱりできてるな。
It's locked.
I thought
We are.
What's that thing by the handle?
太陽の位置がここと、ここと、こことここだ。開いた。
It made a noise.
I guess that was right. And the door's still locked.
I still feel like we made some sort. We already saw
Yeah, but the door did not.
で、月の位置が、も
the sun tiles.
But the moon symbols might be important.
う一回これ写真撮っちゃうか。今度こっちに戻って、
A big glass door leads out into a garden.
There's a little mechanism.
こ、ここ、ここ、ここ。
Something happened.
That must be it. Finally, it's
Whatever's on the other side better be worth it.
これは後で行きますか。先に、ここもう行けるようになったね。こいつら、見ときますか。なんか服薄汚いな。
Is this your diary, Fifi? We found it in your bedroom.
Of course it is mine. Ridiculous question.
why is it locked up like that?
You seriously require an explanation. Very well. A fairly common concept, the so-called secret diary, is favored in particular by girls between the ages of 10
So there are secrets written in here?
and this particular diary is unused.
It doesn't look unused.
未使用のようには見えない。中に何か書いてる。ではない。それは誰？あの人の。けどこれフィフィの日記なんだよな。
It's Fifi's diary, and she has written in it.
I'm not sure about that.
Me neither.
This particular diary is unused.
It doesn't look unused.
バルダモン4、丸、どうも。これは何ぞ？
これはタングルタワーという
It's
ゲー
not a
ムです。
diary at all.
鑑定ゲー
I'm
ム。
not sure about that.
Me neither.
This particular diary is unused.
It doesn't look unused.
他の
It's
人の日
somebody
記？
else's diary.
How could you arrive at that conclusion? It is kept in my bedroom. It is mine.
けど他
We
の
need a
人
clue to compare with the diary. Something to prove who the original owner was.
わからん。星？なんか同じしおり？同じしおり？これのしおりとこれのしおりが同じ？
That's not it.
そうですか。もうまた総当たりでいかないといけないじゃん。
Kinda makes sense. But no. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
バルダモン4、パワープレイ、わら。
But no. That's not it.
ああ。
Let's take a closer look at
これ
this.
だ。あっお前持ってんじゃん。この青い本。秘密の日記。それはフィフィのもの。違う違う。フローラ。フレアのもの。
This
これだ。
blue book is the same thing as the secret diary, which proves it belonged to Freya.
You were hiding Freya's diary in
い
your room.
やー、総当たりはやっぱり便利ですね。
Why would I do either of these things?
なんで盗んだんだこいつ。どうしてフィフィがフレアの日記を隠すんだろう。フレアはみんなから隠したかった。フィフィはみんなから隠したかったフレアの個人的な個人的な秘密。
Fifi
これ？
didn't want anyone to see personal secrets within Freya's diary.
Is this true, Fifi?
I know Freya was your friend, but if you're trying
み
to
んなから
hide
何かを
something,
隠している。
You did not know Freya, so this might be difficult to understand. She did her own thing, in her own way. By concealing Freya's written accounts, it is simply my intention to preserve her innocence.
無実をそのままにしよ
might be
バルダ
easier
モン
if you
4、
just let us
探
read the
偵ゲー
diary,
ム。
Fifi.
Yes。 殺人事件
I will open it.
紐解いています。
However, as you read it, please remember,
覚えておいてほしい。
Freya was the most kind and the most wise person I have ever known.
Alright, Fifi unlocked the diary.
Finally. What's in there?
戻ってきた。今度は肉の中で。あれは私が解放したの。あの絵は破いた方がいいのでしょう。ソウルベアラーは上出来だ。感動的な小さな生き物。これで2匹になった。あと2匹です。中心への生き方が分かった。ハープに比べると驚くほどシンプルだった。彼らを見た。5人全員です。全員の目が黒く塗りつぶされていた。すべてを考慮しても私には守るべき約束がある。精一杯あるわ。彼女も仲間がいればできるんです。意味が肉の中？全然意味わからないけど。何これ？
Freya drew these,
Yeah, I think so. There's a note on the
but
back.
she never showed them to me.
Well, I think it was a gift for your mother, like a private thing between Freya and Flora.
This belongs to Professor Pointer, does it not?
No, I don't think so.
Who else would own such a pointless little telescope?
It's a telescope.
Oh, yes.
こ
It
れ
has
望
a
遠鏡？
telescopic lens. It could only be used for looking at things that are far away.
え？こいつ顕微鏡として使ってたって言ってたけど。
The fruit here has a unique chemical makeup. It makes them completely pointless. Unless you wish to cut it down and sell it as a precious stone.
It's not edible.
Depends.
On what?
On the structural integrity of your teeth.
硬すぎるってことか。
That blade.
It's a troll for gardening.
It is.
ブレー
Who is that in the photo?
I'm quite sure that I have no idea.
ド？誰かわからない。ほう。あ、人。
Name, Hawkshaw. Age, unknown. Profession, private detective. Likes, quote, being left alone. Dislikes, quote, being constantly badgered by a weirdo nerd with a clipboard. Name,
変なオタク
Fitzfellow.
ね。
Age, 24. Profession, crypto botanist. Likes soil, dislikes electric lights.
Hang on. Crypto botanist? I thought he was just a god.
庭師じゃないの？
That may well be his preferred label. Mine, however, is more accurate.
Do you and Fitz not see eye to eye, Fifi?
We do not.
Well, I wouldn't have thought so. He's well over 6 foot and you've got to be just barely 5.
So, what's your problem with him?
Exactly 1 week ago, I witnessed him sneaking up Pointer Tower. He was making every effort to avoid detection.
うん。
So?
He was also carrying a knife.
ナイフを運んでいた？
Name, Poppy Pointer. Age, 19. Profession, Apparently Poppy has defaced my notes. Under profession, I had of course originally written pianist, but she has crossed that out and written the ghost of Christmas yet to come.
なるほど。全部見せるな。で、ここでまた何かやることが増えてて。何見せるんだったっけな。これか。
I don't know what that is.
Weird, considering we found it hidden in your room.
Well, my room is full of junk. There's probably a bunch of stuff hidden in there. I don't mean like... Please stop talking to me.
あれ？何について？あ、疑惑か。
I need to confirm something with you, Poppy.
Confirm away.
What can you tell us about this cassette tape? Is it yours?
It belongs to Freya. She liked to have music playing while she was painting, you know.
And do you know what kind of music is on this tape?
No idea. Acid jazz?
It's piano music. Sounds an awful lot like your music, to be honest.
Sure it doesn't belong to you?
Why are we even talking about this? Cassette tapes have been redundant for a good few years now.
The tape was found at the crime scene. It was in the gramophone.
It's not mine. I'd never own anything like that.
Why not?
Not my color.
好きな色じゃない。あなたは昔こういう色が好き
You
だった。
used to like these colors.
Ridiculous.
We need a clue to compare with the cassette tape. Something that proves Poppy used to like these colors.
写真だ。これだけは総当たりじゃなくてもわかる。
Let's take a closer look at this.
ピンクのカセットテープ。ピンクのカセットテープ。庭で発見。うわ、古いバージョンのものだ。そのもので古いバージョン。
The pink cassette tape is an older version of the pink cassette player that was found in Freya's room. Now,
この古い写真でポッピーが使っている。
the pink cassette almost. Maybe just change.
これ同じもの？同じカセットテープってこと？
The pink cassette tape found at the crime scene matches the
これい
pink
つの写
cassette
真なんだろう
player
ね。
used by Poppy in this old photo.
That is not me.
Yeah, it is. I'll prove it.
証明してあげる。はい。ああ、これ？お、一致する。
You look a little different,
got
but
that was good,
Fifi
man.
and Freya are pretty recognizable. It's clearly a photo of you with your two best friends. Why'd you tear it up and then hide it?
I think the answer is pretty straightforward.
これか。
The photo proves Poppy is the murderer.
You sure about that?
まだ
Not entirely. I think the answer is pretty straightforward. Poppy hates Fifi and Freya now.
You sure about that?
あ、違うの？
Not entirely. I think the answer is pretty
昔の
straightforward.
自分が嫌いなのか。
Poppy doesn't want to look like that anymore.
That's it. Makes this whole thing seem kind of irrelevant.
Maybe. It depends on the reason.
The reason she doesn't want to look like that anymore?
The passage of time is a powerful thing.
Hold on. This means that pink cassette tape does belong to you, Poppy.
It used to. I recorded some piano music onto it and gave to Freya as a gift
なんでお前
years ago.
Freya could have easily been listening to this tape at the exact moment she was killed. There's gotta be a connection between the tape, the gramophone, and the murder.
There's one other thing I want to know. How did it get that crack down the middle?
I have no idea.
なんだこいつ？
Ah, whatever it is, it's...
Well, it is the music room. It's gotta practice.
What's with all the broken glass?
なんかついてる。なんだこれ？キラキラした角を持っている。角全体に目立つ亀裂。こいつにも亀裂？ガラスの破片。
Are they...
Whatever they are, it's like a little parade of floating...
It's one of those big...
Don't touch it.
Why not?
Might be haunted.
呪われてるかもしれない。
Ah, whatever it is,
Well, it is
what's with all the broken
この
glass?
トランペットか。ガラスを選択したつもりだったけど。
Who plays the violin?
It's pretty... So I'm guessing nobody.
なるほど、なるほど。 あと行ってないのが、ここか。結構回ったな。けどまあ、結構いい時間になってきてしまったか。明日また同じくらいの時間に再開しようかな。セーブできるのがこれ。これオートセーブ？自動保存。
バルダモン4、オツです。
ありがとうございました。また明日同じ時間にやっていきます。9時ぐらいかな。9時ぐらいにやっていこうと思います。これどれぐらいでクリアできるもんなんだろうな。まあいいか。けど全然犯人像とかわからないから謎ですね。というわけでね、サクッと終わっておきます。見てくださってありがとうございました。それでは、おやすみ。